You want it up high?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm wondering who you were waving at. Okay. Anyway, so as I was looking at the issues, you know, like with vaccination, how they're taking away the rights of people, and with homeschooling, and with gender, I was going to speak about the gender issue because that seems to be the real battle right now going on in our state. But I said I'm not the one who should speak on it. It should be Brenda Lepsack, and she's a brand new school, so come on up. She's a brand new school board member in Orange. She's a school teacher in Santa Ana, and she's a pastor's wife. And she, having been a school teacher for a while, decided to check out the teachers union, and I went to one of their conferences and was absolutely shocked to see that it's the teachers union who's promoting all the gender equity and identity issues. And of course, the bad people go to the source of power, which is the money. You know, you have to follow the money until they bribe all the legislators to take their agenda. But anyway, here's Brenda. She's an anointed warrior for this issue.
Thank you. I'm humbled to come after her with all of that amazing biography. So I did start a couple years ago. I've been a teacher for 24 years, and when my kids left the nest, I thought, you know, I've been a teacher a long time and I've never been involved in my union, so I thought, why not start attending union conferences? So I went online, and the first one was the LGBT conference, the next one was the social justice, and then after that was the human rights. So I was still looking for the academic ones, but they're in there somewhere. But it kind of told the story as far as the priorities. And when I went to the LGBT conference, I was very shocked what I heard, and I just wanted to go to gain awareness, but the president, Eric Hines, spoke, and he spoke about a case. This was right before the Friedrich versus CTA case was going to be given, and some of you may or may not know about that case, but when he was speaking about it, because he felt he was speaking to the choir, he called the plaintiffs a spawn of Satan. I was shocked. I went to my hotel room. I'm part of the Christian Teachers Association. I called the president. I said, can you tell me about this court case? And he said, yeah, it's Rebecca Friedrich. She's one of our members, and we're the plaintiffs with her. And I'm like, wow, okay, I guess I was just called a spawn of Satan. So that really opened my eyes, and I did, anyways, it just opened my eyes of the doublespeak, the hypocrisy, the hate, because I don't hate the LGBT community. I think we all have a love in our heart, you know, for all people, and God created us all, right? And when I went to another one, I talked to a CTA lobbyist, and I asked him, I used to teach in Las Vegas English, and I just asked him the question, you know, I worked in a very Mormon community, and I had a lot of LGBT students as well. And in my English class, one of the students, you know, this subject came up, and one of the students said, well, if, you know, I believe marriage is between a man and a woman and that gender is God ordained. And I said, how do you think I should have dealt with that? And he said, you should have treated that student as though he said, black people should be burned at the stake. I was in complete shock. I couldn't believe what I heard. And then I thought, maybe he's just a radical and this isn't the representation. I was in shock. In December, just a couple months ago, I went to another LGBT conference, and this time I didn't go alone. I went with a former superintendent who's a friend of mine and also another teacher, and we went to the same workshop together, and the person who spoke helped write Senate Bill 48, and he's the teacher advocate for all the teachers in California. And it was about 40 teachers in this workshop, and I told him the scenario of the CTA lobbyist and gave the name. And I said, do you agree with the advice that he gave to me? And he said, of course. I mean, there was no backpedaling, there was no hesitation. I again reaffirmed and said it again. And he said, yes. So I documented everything, and I